Hey there, it's Delta City Fox here walking through the Beltline in Atlanta, Georgia on this Thursday, October 8th, 2020. On the agenda today, determinism. This belief proposes that the universe as we know it is 100% mathematically predetermined. Think of the universe as the realization of a fourth-dimensional math equation. The future is that fourth-dimensional math equation through cause and effect, simply playing itself out. So, let's say that you're going to place a bet on a sporting event. You would want to know as many of the factors about that sporting event as possible so that you could accurately predict its outcome. Accordingly, if you knew 100% of the factors involved, then you'd be able to predict the outcome of the sporting event with 100% certainty. Now, let's say that for simplicity's sake, the outcome of the sporting event that you're trying to predict is defined by x plus y plus z plus n equals question mark. In this hypothetical, though, you know 100% of the factors involved. So 5 plus 3 plus 0 plus 10 equals 18. You've accurately predicted the future outcome. So there are not multiple possible future outcomes. 5 plus 3 plus 0 plus 10 does not equal 19 nor 17. It only equals 18. There is only one possible future outcome, just like there is only one past. What was life like on Earth 60 million years ago? A paleontologist attempts to know as many of the factors as possible about that past timeline so that he can paint an accurate picture of a certain point in the past. Similarly, if we were trying to predict the future, we would want to know as many factors as possible leading up to that point in the future so that through cause and effect, we could paint an accurate prediction of it. The questions then arise: does determinism mean that you have no agency over your actions and that you have no free will? Are you essentially just a biological smartphone? With that, let's take a look at a scene from the television show Devs.
The universe is deterministic.
Sorry?
The universe is deterministic. It's godless and neutral and defined only by physical laws. The marble rolls because it was pushed. The man eats because he's hungry. An effect is always the result of a prior cause. The life we lead, with all its apparent chaos, is actually a life on tram lines. Prescribed, undeviating, deterministic. I know it doesn't feel that way, Sergey. We fall into an illusion of free will because the tram lines are invisible. And we feel so certain about our subjective state. Our feelings, our opinions, judgments, decisions. You joined my company. Gained our trust, gained my trust. Then stole my code on your James Bond wristwatch.
I don't know what you mean.
That would appear to be the result of some decisions, wouldn't it? About where you placed your allegiance, about who you would betray. But if we live in a deterministic universe, then those decisions can only have been the result of something prior. Where you were born, how you were brought up, the physical construction of your particular brain. It's the nature-nurture matrix, exactly like the nematode worm in your simulation. It's more complex, more nuanced, but still. At the end of the day, cause and effect. I hope you understand what I'm saying, Sergey. This is forgiveness. This is absolution. You made no decision to betray me. You could only have done what you did.
So, in the clip, Nick Offerman's character Forrest tells Sergei that determinism took away his free will, thereby taking away Sergei's agency and thus his accountability for stealing from Forrest. Forrest then proceeds to have his henchman murder Sergei. Undoubtedly, he will use the "determinism made me do it" defense to murder. Now, is that true? Are Sergei, Forrest, and Forrest's henchmen just some helpless biological smartphones with no free will and no agency over their own actions? The answer is no. Determinism is perfectly compatible with both free will and with agency. You have free will to make any decision you like, but you are going to freely choose to do what is already mathematically predetermined. Moreover, you do have agency over your actions because you have sentience and you have control over your body. Accordingly, you do have agency over the intentional, sentient decisions that you make with your mind that are in turn acted out with your body. In criminal law, this is called the mens rea and the actus reus, which is having the mental intent along with the physical action. So, despite the fact that the universe is mathematically predetermined, you do have free will and you do have agency. You are not just some helpless biological smartphone. You may say that in order to disprove determinism, you are simply going to do the exact opposite of what you are going to do otherwise. Well, determinism knew that you were going to do this, and you were playing right into determinism's hands. So there really is no way around it. What do you think? Is the universe mathematically predetermined? If so, do we have free will and do we have agency? Thank you very much for taking the time to consider these questions about determinism. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye now.